Hello, this is Bern, and on today's episode, I'm going to share with you how you can heal a broken heart. Hello, this is Bern. Welcome to Mendez.com, space where I share with ambitious, conscious, heart-centered, and successful women how you can attract the man and the relationship you want as a result of being your best and most feminine self without the need for gimmicks, manipulation, or any crazy techniques. Now, if you're watching this video and your heart is broken, if a man you were connecting with left you, if you feel betrayed, if you have gone one more time down the rabbit hole of feeling excited, hopeful, starry-eyed, and found out that the love that you had is no longer here, if you have a type of unrequited love, you love this man, he doesn't love you back, I just want you to know that, as my favorite poet says, heartbreak in this lifetime is unpreventable. What does that mean? That means that by the nature of you being alive, of you having flesh and bones, of you having a heart that beats, of having yearning and caring about people and being different from people, your heart will break multiple times during this lifetime. Now, romantic heartbreak is especially painful because in romantic love, you get to express sometimes more of who you are than in any other type of setting. That's where you become the most vulnerable, the most expressive, and the most you. And so if you're experiencing this heartbreak, the first step to healing a broken heart is understanding that if you were not experiencing broken heart throughout your life at some point, that means you don't care about things and you don't have feelings and you don't have deep connection to reality and to life. Now, the second step to heal a broken heart is to recognize that the scars in your heart make you more beautiful and make you more grateful and make you more kind and compassionate with other human beings. Because when you've experienced what it means, what it feels like to love someone and not be loved back, when you experience being left, when you experience being not seen, when you experience showing up with your best self and having someone saying to you, that doesn't work for me, you naturally go inside and become more compassionate and kinder, if you choose to, with human beings around you, and that's a good thing. So scars make you beautiful. Never forget that. Third concept to understand if you want to heal a broken heart is that right now, I heard an analogy once that was beautiful, which is when your heart breaks, when somebody dies, for example, or when your heart breaks, something deep in your heart, you feel like you're drowning. You feel like you just went through a wreckage on a ship and the waves are crashing against you. And this man who wrote this beautiful story shared it that way, like you're drowning. The waves are 100 foot high and feet high, and there's nothing you can do to stop them from coming in and crashing into you. But the waves get smaller and the waves get further apart from each other. And even though you feel right now that you're going through this wreckage, things will get better. The waves will get smaller. You need to understand that part of the process of healing a broken heart is having that feeling, cultivating the feeling, cultivating the habit of faith. Faith isn't a faint wish or a hope for something better. Faith is being able to sense the greatness that hasn't yet shown itself in physical form before it shows up. It's having a connection that something greater, something better is in line for you, that the universe is conspiring in many ways to create the most evolved life for you. And part of the evolution of your life is experiencing heartbreak and growing from it and going at it again with a more humble heart. Next step, if you want to heal a broken heart, is you need to start reconnecting with gratitude. No matter how shitty your life is right now, no matter how much pain you're in, no matter how bad the guy was, no matter how big the betrayal, there are things in your life right now that make your life a magnificent dream compared to somebody's nightmare. From your health, to people who are around you, to your physical body, to your ability to generate income, to your intelligence, to your capacity for expressing yourself, to your yearning for a better life for someone else, to anything that you can focus on consistently and consciously that puts you in contact with this phenomenal feeling of gratitude is part of the healing process. Because When you are able to experience gratitude, you're telling your brain, your heart, the universe, I have more than enough. Yes, I lost someone in the form of love. Yes, my heart's been broken, but I feel grateful to be alive, and I feel grateful to have the opportunity of one more time showing up in a way where I can experience more of what I want and show my heart to someone else who'd be willing and open to embracing it more wholeheartedly. Next step, if you want to heal broken heart, is don't create a false story. It's normal for you to experience sometimes faulty logic. Well, he left me because I'm not young enough, because I'm fat, because I'm old, because any number of things that are many times far from the truth. But so long as you tell them to yourself, you'll start believing them. So understand that in any breakup, in any heartbreak situation, there's two sides of the story. And while you might be wanting to make it all about yourself, which is really a selfish thing to do if you think about it, the world doesn't revolve around you. What about his feelings? What about his maybe brain dysfunction? What about his fears and insecurities? What about his trauma? What about his past? There's so many things that have nothing to do with you for which a person can break your heart. And if you understand with a more conscious stance that this might be the best thing that's happened to you, it doesn't feel that way right now, but there's something in store that may be way greater for you that you can't even conceive of right now, that you need to experience this before you can go on to the next part of your journey. If you step into that type of story, instead of the story of you're less than, you're not intelligent enough, then you'll be in far better position to more quickly evolve from the situation and create new meaning. And the meaning you attach to what happened will become your reality, whether it's true or not. So choose to buy into a meaning that supports you. Next step to feel a broken heart, and I can't emphasize this strongly enough, surround yourself with people you care about, who care about you for real. I can't tell you how many times in my life I've gone through hardship and difficulty and heartbreak at the highest level. And the reason I'm here, standing, connecting with you, sharing my message, is only because I've had people who care enough about me to remind me of who I am. And through their mirror, through the recognition of the highest version of myself in them, I'm able to bring myself back and show up and do something good with my life. But without people who care about you, this life is unbearable at times. So find, cultivate, and surround yourself with human beings who care about you, because that will be, in many moments of your life, the greatest asset you have. And I can't say this strongly enough. Be willing to reach out to them. Next step to heal a broken heart is you need to start moving more than you think you can. Right? There's a moment for feeling, there's a moment for sadness, and there's a moment for moving on. And even sometimes during the same day, you can have periods of mourning, periods of sadness, but don't allow yourself to go down the rabbit hole of depression in a way that you can't get yourself out of it. You need to move your physical body. You need to create stronger biochemistry. You need to jump. If you have a trampoline, jump. If you don't, hop on one foot. You need to jog. You need to shout. You need to do yoga. You need to move with more energy when you don't have it. And that's the key. You will not want to do this. So you need to do this, not because it's easy, not because it's fun, and not because you think you can, but because this will help you survive. So when you think you've been far too long into a position of fetal position, sucking your thumb and playing Total Eclipse of the Heart on repeat, it's time to change things around. Next step is get inspired. Feed your mind. Your mind is bombarded with shitty thoughts right now. Your mind is bombarded with the worst of the worst and why you're not good enough and why life is unfair. And in order for you to create a vacuum and feed yourself with something, you need to look for inspirational sources, inspirational videos, inspirational books, biographies of human beings who've gone through hell and back, far worse than you have been. Read stories of people who went through the Holocaust and brought themselves back to life and became examples in their community and in the world. If you start getting inspired, your mind and your body will get you out of this rut. Last step, and again, I can't emphasize this strongly enough, get support. Why? Because if you've gone through this heartbreak multiple times, as much as I said that heartbreak's unpreventable, there's some types of heartbreak that should not be happening again. If the fact that your heart will break in life doesn't mean that you have to be broken by the same type of guy in the same type of situation time and time again. If you're experiencing series of heartbreaks, and it's about the same thing, same theme, you need to get some help. Get coaching. I'm one option available, but there's many options out there. Get therapy, get support. Don't do this alone. Fix the problem from the root. Hope this is helpful, useful, and insightful to you. And if it is, I'm gonna ask you to do one thing. On the first link on the description of this video, you're gonna find a class that I created, a training that will show you with more specificity how, when you're ready, you can step into a better relationship and get what you want from a man. If you like this video, click like or thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and last but not least, if you're watching this and you want support, hand-holding, accountability to enter the best relationship of your life, click on the second link in the description of this video. There's a way for you to connect with me and find out if we might be a match and a great fit to work together. Thank you so much for connecting with me, and as always, I challenge you to live a full and a conscious life.